Hello and welcome again to AA Gardening. Today we're in the garden or on the allotment, and I'm going to show you what I'm planting out in September, and I'm going to give you a tour of my allotment in September. So I'm going to turn you around and start my tour. This is one of my pumpkin patch. So all you can see there, it's pure pumpkin. Most of these are crown prints because I find them really dry and nice. So blended in my pumpkin patch is my crochets, otherwise known as my zucchini. So that's the view. If I can show you some of the allotment, then I go through and show you the various bits that's going on. It's a lovely day today. We've been having very cold weather recently. Today is the 3rd of September. So I'm going through and the sun finally come back out. Autumn, what's our case saying? Autumn, August. Been very chilly. Doesn't feel like summer. So to have the sun out today, I have to give you guys a tour. So let's go through and show some of my nice pumpkin that's in this patch. So you can see my nice pumpkin there, and I have loads of pumpkin, guys. I'm definitely gonna have a nice harvest this year of pumpkin. So if I take so you can see cucumbers blended in as well, and if you look over there you can see more pumpkin. I've counted about 10 pumpkin in this patch right here, and as I say, these pumpkin are the dry one. Actually it tastes like proper true yam, very dry and nice. And then I'm going to show you a couple more. That's right here. Guys, I want to have pumpkin soup right through winter, and I don't want any pumpkin to finish until spring come back around. So there's one there, there's one over there. So there's loads of pumpkin. So this is my pumpkin patch. And the nice thing about pumpkin is they do grow quickly. And if you harvest them, what you need to do is to make sure when you're harvesting, you leave like 1.5 inches on the stem right here, and then they'll store just well. And as I said, my crochets and everything are blended in. If you look through here, I make some fritters the other day. It was the first I was making crochet fritters, and it was just superb. You know, usually say kids don't like vegetable. I always say it's not that they don't like it. If you be creative with it, they will like it. I make the crochet fritters, and my boys, they ate it so quickly and kept asking for more. So I'm going to show you a pumpkin over there. This was the first one that came through. So the first pumpkin that came through on the vine is right here. And as you can see, the vine is drying off. So this is not going to get much more food. So this was the biggest first that came out. And then this is the smallest at the moment. So I'm going to harvest those. And then when I harvest these, I'm going to leave them for like 2 weeks thereabouts before I cut them and things like that. So that's a pumpkin patch. Then I'm going to show you. So I have some sweet corn here. And I did sample some. I'm going to include a quick video of where we harvest the first sweet corn, because my big son was very impatient, and I have some more corn there. He was very impatient and he wanted to sample the corn. You can see more cucumber there. So I'm going to put a quick little insert right in this video to show you our first little harvest of sweet corn. I have the corn patch, and some of the silk look to be drying up, so I'm wondering what's under there. And because I'm very curious, I'm going to look at the ones where the silk is all gone to see if I can have any corn to eat today. So this is a corn patch, few corn, not the nicest, not the biggest, but I think I'll be able to taste some corn this year. I don't know, I'm gonna wait and see. So that's a little corn section over there. There's another corn section over there, but I'm gonna focus on this one today and see if I can get any corn. Let's see if there's anything under there. What do you think, guys? My big son is very curious, and this one as well. I'm gonna sample that one and see what's under there, because the silk is all dried up. So I'm gonna see what's under there. So what happened now? I'm gonna see if I can take off this first one and see if it's nice and ready. Let's see. That's my big boy. Twist and see if we can take it off. Put some energy in, young man. Okay, just back from my gungo. Thank you very much. So put your hand in the camera right over here. You're gonna take off. Okay, you hold the camera so I can show. Hold the camera, sweetie. So that's the corn. It feels like there's something in there. What do you think, guys?
I think there's something in there.
Happy days!
Oh wow!
Happy days! Look at my sweet corn! Okay, because I'm on the allotment, I couldn't have the pot all boiling and ready. So if I was at home, I would actually have the pot boiling and then pick the corn, because I know the corn need to be cooked as fresh as ever. Then I'm gonna say there's another one, because that one is mine. No one is getting it. So let's see if we can find another one, guys, where the air is all gone. I don't think there's much nice ones like that one, but you know I'm curious, so gonna see what's around here. Happy days. Nothing as nice as fresh corn. Let's see if this one have anything as well, guys. Super happy days. Yes. So we're having these for dinner. You can see they're not the biggest, but the one that we had, that we sampled, was nice. So there you have the corn, like a corn patch right there, and then you can see the pumpkin running all the way down. Then right here you can see my gungo. Here's my gungo plant, looking all healthy and nice. Look as if it's quite promising. Never grown gungo before. This is now like 4 feet tall and looking quite promising. And then I have some smaller one there. Then I have my African clover, which I've harvested about 3 days ago, so they're just shooting back up. Then I have some spinach here, growing on beautifully. And then I'm gonna do some planting out as well. So I have some late crochets going on here. Then I have my giant red mustard greens. Guys, I keep going on about my giant red. These will last all through autumn, winter. I did not take these up until late May, when I needed the space to plant my summer crop, and that was the only time they started to seed. So these are very good. Then I have some pak choy. Pak choy, I love the cooler season, otherwise they bolt quite quickly. Then I have some sweet to plant out here. And then I have some cauliflower to plant out. So yes, guys, we're in September, but the growing season haven't finished yet. So make sure you're focusing on your autumn/fall garden. We need to get planting. This is some broccoli. So I have a couple. These are the small head broccoli because these grow faster. So I have these coming up here. Then I'm gonna show you my potatoes that you saw the video of me planting my autumn potatoes. So these are my Maris peppers, and all 5 buckets that I sowed the seed. I saw the potato seeds. They're all coming up lovely. So they are getting some sunshine before the weather changes. So that's a good thing, planting it in August. So at least you get the August/September sun, probably early October, before these changes. Then if you can remember, I planted out these carrots, and there's my carrots. I planted out these in August, and guys, look at my carrot bed. My carrot bed is looking quite lovely. So that's my carrot there, and then you have my sage from seed. I had 3 here, and I just repotted one and gave to someone. So sage, anything to do with brain, you know, they say help you with memory. I've harvested so much sage since year, and you can see the plant is just still superb. So later on in the year, I'm going to harvest the entire thing, dry it out and keep it in my kitchen. Then you can see the last set of beetroot that I planted as well. Those are coming up nicely. This was the third lot for the season. Those are coming up nice. Beetroot is so lovely. And yes, I still haven't tried my beet leaves yet, but I will, because these ones are not damaged or anything much. So I'm going to try those. And then I have beets of all different sizes in this bed. So I have the beetroot. So that's the bed here, where you have my sage, my carrots, my beets, and my going on there. And then here's my potato bed. This is my sweet potato. And these blossom, they go so quickly. So they're just like the morning glory, guys. Look at the beautiful blossom. So one just opened and dropped there. There's some more blossom. Hopefully you can see farming coming through there. And then there's some more coming through there as well. And it is a beautiful blossom. So that's my potato bed that is outside. Most of my potato bed is in the polytunnel. I'll show you shortly. So this is my outside potato bed. You know, sweet potato love a lot of heat. August was horrible. It was freezing cold. So I'm curious to see what's underneath here. But as you can see, the plant is looking lovely and it's flourishing and it's running everywhere. So definitely something is forming underneath. Then I'll take you. Oh, there's another massive crochet there. That's coming on with me today. Then this is my turnips. So I planted these turnips recently, and you can see they're coming up lovely. So I have loads of turnips. I have the snowball, and I have the purple top one, and I have different turnips going on there. So these are the three smallest bed next to the polytunnel. And guys, I'm not planning to have any empty space in autumn. So right in front of the turnips, I have some different potatoes going on there. And then I'm going to take you over to the other section and show you what else is coming up on the allotment. Guys, my garden is looking lovely in September, and I have so much things to plant out. So by October, it's gonna full even more. So I have a couple more. You can see my fennel seeds in the distance there. Then I got a couple sweetheart cabbage already, and I have a couple more sweetheart cabbage there. I have a couple more kale going on there, and you can see my beautiful fennel. So some is drying up, so I'll be saving the seeds very soon. So you can see a little one over there drying up. So that's my fennel seed going on there. Then I'm going to take you over there. Guys, I need to do some harvest today as well. So I'm not sure if I'm going to include the harvest. Just let's see if we have time. Don't want it to be too long. Then I was planting out some more narrow kale, because you know the kale do love the cooler season. So guys, if you're planning to have any kale in your garden, this is the time now to get them in. So all of these were sown from seed. So you can see they're only tiny, and I have different stages of kale in my garden. I love garden, guys. Gardening is so lovely and so relaxing. Then I have my curly kale. This bed, the last, I think it was the anniversary, and I show you this bed was being created at the time. So this is the bed that you saw that nothing was in it on the anniversary, which was the 11th of August. So less than a month, it's full of things. And you can see my purple Russian kale coming through. So I just sowed these directly in here. I didn't put them in a potting tray or anything. Then you can see my purple Russian kale, and I'm going to take it over there, and I have some purple cabbage. And you can see my kidney beans, guys, hanging over, beans everywhere. Some of them I have to harvest today. I have to harvest them today. There's so much beans, there's so much peas, there's so much everything going on. Happy, happy, happy days. I have French bean, dwarf beans. I have so many different things. And yes, guys, I did plan them too closely. I don't have enough space. So some of these beans, I think they're going to be ready. And I'm not even going to notice because they're so compact. I'm going to give you a good view. And I have my sugar snap peas everywhere. Everywhere is peas. Everywhere is peas. Guys, don't think that in September you need to just focus on harvest. You need to plant as well. So this is the bean patch. So that's the bean patch going on there. So I have some more butter bean. Then I have my, I think I can go closer so you can see. So I have some more butter bean coming on here. You can see the beautiful blossom. One of my subscribers was asking what the blossom look like. So here's some butter bean in bloom. So you can see the beautiful white blossom. So they have the most beautiful, beautiful blossom. So if you're here online, so you can see what the blossom looks like. And you can see a little tiny, like a tiny bean coming on. So that's my butter bean. And then they sugar snap peas everywhere, and I said I did plant them too closely, so I'm gonna give myself a lot of work to get to harvest these beans because they're so closely packed. Then I have my French bean, and I have these everywhere, so tightly packed, so tightly packed. So you learn from your lesson. Next year I definitely won't plant my peas so close together to make a job easier for me. And then I have my purple bean. Is it burletta? Can't remember this name, but this one is like the kidney bean, but the purple one. And then I have kidney beans everywhere, guys. You have kidney beans everywhere you look. God, look at my bean patch. And these are the kidney beans that I'm just gonna pull up today and take home. They're all dry, falling over. So much beans, so much peas, so much things going on. You see, they're all ready to be harvested. Guys, there's so much going on in my allotment. So much. Imagine I only have this for a year. So next year, when the soil is fixed even more, then the produce is going to be even more tremendous. Then I have my butter bean. These are coming home with me today. So I'm going to harvest all of these because these are coming home for dinner. So guys, plant your beans and the peas and your bean. These store quite well. So don't have to worry about not using them in time because you can use them fresh. You can use them dry. And your peas and beans will store beautifully. So that's my butter beans going on there. You can see lots of butter beans that's ready to be harvested. So from this handle, that's all my bean patch going on there. Then these rainbow shard and normal shards, these are planted out in August as well, and they're ready to be harvested. There's the leaves. So guys, we can have a continual crop, a continual harvest going on. Doesn't matter which season we're in, because this chard will last through autumn, through winter. So you're always gonna have some fresh greens to eat. So there's a mixture of just normal plain chard and then the rainbow chard. So that's my little patch there of chard. And then my Malabar spinach, these love the heat, so they struggle because as soon as August came, the weather wasn't nice. So you can see like it's not doing as it should, because these would be much bigger if the weather was warm. But you can see they're just shooting out now because the weather wasn't perfect. So there you have my Ghanese spinach, Ghanese Callaloo or Malabar spinach. And you can see like even want to go to seed to how cold this place is. But I've seen someone even eat the berries. So nothing we're going to waste this year. I'm going to show you my cabbage patch soon, but I forgot to show you my runny beans. So I'm going to take you back So you can see my different cabbage going on there. Cabbage, the bottom leaves were eaten, but sorting those out, and you can see they're starting to fold. And then you can see my lovely size of butter bean that's going on there. So there's a lot of things going on in the garden. So this is the new bed that was created on my anniversary, and it have kale, different type of kale, the narrow kale, the curly kale, the purple Russian kale, and then some purple cabbages. And then I do have some Brussels sprout that was inside here. Don't know, we're gonna go on with those. That's some cabbage and some kale. And then my celery is going to seed. So I'm gonna save these seeds, and I need to tidy it up because it's now bracing on my leeks. So I need to come and sort the celery out so you can see the leek. There's leek in there, guys. It's buried under there. And then my runner bean. You can see some corn. These corn is over 7 feet tall. So you can see my runner beans. I have nice, fresh, tender ones. And I have some that I've left on the tree so they can harden up, because I do like the seeds in rice and peas and in soup. So these were purposely left on so they can get hard up, and then I can use the seed to make some delicious meal. So this tree is laden. Everywhere you look, you can see lovely runner beans. I'm so proud. The joy I get from coming in the garden is just superb, guys. I always have a smile in my face. There's always something to smile about. I hope this camera is doing it justice, guys. The amount of runner beans I have. So if you're local, if you're near, you know, you can get some runner bean from me. Runner bean everywhere. And the nice, beautiful blossom still on. You know, the season goes and goes and goes until the weather changes. So that's going on there. Then I have some more purple cabbage. And some of the celery got covered based on where it was located with the cabbage. So I'm going to sort out this bed as well, so I can plant some autumn things right here. So go back over here, and I have some cabbage. So I have some nice cabbage about to fold. So now the cabbage, these are at different stages, and they were planted at the same time, but some were planted out before some. So the ones that were planted out before, doing beautifully, and the ones that were planted out later, they're only tiny. But guys, you know, your cabbage, your cauliflower, your Brussels sprout, your kale, all those things can be in your autumn garden because they love the cooler season. So that's my cabbage going on there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Different stages of cabbage. So that's a nice thing, because when these start to fold and I'm harvesting these, then the smaller ones are just coming up, so I can have a continual supply of cabbage. Then my chicory is folding. Can you see my lovely chicory? And the leaves are so bitter that the slugs don't really affect it much. And you know, anything that's bitter is good for cleaning, like a detox. So this detox the liver. So don't be shy of it. Do eat it. You can always mix these with other sweeter things. You know, you can make it into a salad, or if you just want to even saute it with some like sweet potato or something to get that sweet taste to blend with it, you can experiment, guys. So these are my chicory. And guess what? These were given to me by one of my supporters. So guys, when you share, they had loads. They had too much. Because I didn't plan on planting any chicory, but they had too much. So now in my garden now. Then I have some tomatoes coming on. As you know, these were all tomatoes from the side shoots from my polytunnel, and I just placed them in here, and you can see there's tomatoes on the vine, tomatoes everywhere, just from side shoot tomatoes. So this bed, so there's some tomatoes here. Then I have the Malabar spinach and the chard at the end. My husband decided to build a raised bed at the moment. I'm doing this video, so you'll probably hear some sound in the background. I'll try to see if I can speed this up. So I have some more tomato here. But just before, let me just show you this Callaloo bed. So here's the Callaloo. So I've harvested from this twice already. And the way I've cut it, let's see if I can go on here and show you. So I'll show you how to cut your callaloos so you have continuous supply. If I can get under the mesh. So there's a callaloo, and you can see where I cut it there, and I have a couple over here where I cut it, and then it's springing up more than 10 different branches of callaloo. You look at the leaves, and the leaves are all nice and lovely. I'm going to do another harvest today. So if you cut the callaloo as I showed you, then you can see it just shoots up loads more. So every harvest you get more and more callaloo, because more and more side shoot and branches spring up, and you can see tomatoes everywhere. And all these tomatoes, as I mentioned before, these were just side shoots that were taken from the one inside the polytunnel. Different types of tomatoes and things going on, and the callaloo patch is just looking superb. I'm coming to harvest this, but I came inside to show you something so you can get a closer look as well. You know, the chicory is not hard inside yet, so normal harvest when the hearts are a bit hard. But I'm going to show you this callaloo. Remember, I was telling you that you could grow callaloo from the side shoots. Remember when I cut off a bit and I put it here and I put it beside the kale. So there's my kale. You can see my kale going on here, so you can know the main callaloo is over there. And this is the one that I stick in the ground to show you that yes guys, we can grow callaloo from cutting. So there it is. It's coming up, and you can see it's all nice and green and alive. Then I have a couple more kale going on. Then I have some lettuce. These lettuce are so good. I had so much, and still haven't bolted yet. So much lettuce going on. So now that I'm inside, I can give you a closer view of the cabbage. So there's a cabbage, beautiful stripes, beautiful. And then I have some different type of African kale. Guys, I have so much things. I'm actually inside the mesh here, so I'm gonna come back out. I'm gonna show you over there. So I just wanted to come and show you that yes guys, you can grow callaloo from cutting, and I have to come back on here later so I can harvest some of these callaloo. So I come out, whoops daisy, and then I take you over to my volunteer compost where those things came from. So I take you over here. So remember my compost heap in my backyard. I have all these volunteer plants, and I decided to take them to the allotment, and you can see beautiful pumpkin. But before I show you that, I'm just giving a quick view. So from here to the polytunnel, that's my lot, and today we're making a new raised bed. This is where I had few carrots, leftover onions, and sadly I did have some pumpkin was coming there, but they're all destroyed by the husband. He didn't save them before he started digging, fixing there. So this is going to be a new raised bed to accommodate some of my autumn crop that I need to plant out. So these are all volunteer plants from my backyard, and everywhere you look you can see pumpkin. So guys, these are free. I didn't sow these are free pumpkin everywhere. I took these from my, there it is, compost heap in my yard. So these have some crown prints in, but I cannot tell you exactly what all of these are, because these are some of the pumpkin straight from my kitchen, and they went in the kitchen compost, and then it went outside. So there's a good selection of pumpkin going on here. So I have to wait now until harvest day. There's so much pumpkin. So this is my second pumpkin patch. So I show you the first pumpkin patch nearer to the polytunnel. This is the second one. These are baby sweet corn. My son loves baby sweet corn, so these are his. We had about 5, sadly only 3 survive. You have this one, the one over there, and then I have a baby one that has been stifled. by the pumpkin, but I'm leaving it. So the pumpkin taking over, I'm leaving it. So these are some extra volunteer. Those at the front got damaged by my husband when he's making the raised bed. And then, if you remember the video of my comfrey, when I was showing you my comfrey, and look at my comfrey plant now. Look at the bees in action. I have so much comfrey seed at and by the end of the season. The bees love this plant, guys. If you want bees at your allotment, get your comfrey plant growing and get your chives and things like that. This is a beautiful, beautiful display. And every time I look, there's a bee on it, just pollinating and loving it, and they won't leave. So this is my beautiful comfrey plant. That was a tiny baby, so you could go back and look at the video. Just a few months ago, it was so tiny. So I just basically take the leaves off, put it in the water for my green tea, for my compost, for my garden. This is my mullein plant. I shouldn't have planted them so close. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to remove this, because you know it's the second year of the mullein plant where you get all the beautiful flowers. So I'm either going to move the mullein or I'm going to move the comfrey, because both kind of coexist right here. They're so close together. What do you think? Which one should I move, guys? Should I move the mullein or should I move the beautiful comfrey? I'm not sure, but I'm going to move one. So let me know which one I think I should move. Comment below or in the live. In the live chat, let me know which one I think I should move. So that's what's going on there, and then that's it, guys. So that's a tour of my allotment in September. Today is early September as well. Today is just the 3rd of September. I can see my pumpkin peeping through and everything. Happy days. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to do some harvest, and then I'm going to do some planting out if I get the chance, but I'm going to do some harvest first. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for viewing. And I hope you're continuing to plant where you are. The season haven't finished, guys. Yes, the harvesting time is so good. We're so focused on harvesting, but let us have that continuous crop that we can harvest during the cooler season. And the only way we can do that is if we continue sowing, planting right through. So yes, guys, perfect time to start your autumn garden. So thanks for viewing. Thanks for watching. Until next time now, remember to like, share, and subscribe. And let me know in the comment section, what are you planting out for your winter or autumn garden? Do let me know. So take care now. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of the garden and sow some more things. So take care now. Bye bye.
Like, share, subscribe, and click the notification bell.